Hey, what's going on, world? My name is Everett Garnett with DownSouthside Music. Hey, we got a new video for you guys. This one has to do with our latest product, Mega Melodies. We're going to demonstrate it being used in some urban style music. I know the promotions that we put up on YouTube seem to be more dance oriented, but we want to show you that these loops are very flexible. They can be used in urban and R&B style music. So please check it out, and at the end of the video, if you like what you see, please subscribe to the channel. Please share these videos so we can try and get more exposure. We'll appreciate it and enjoy the video. Thanks. All right, so let's get started. As you see, I have Sonar X2 Producer pulled up. Let's get started with Stylus RMX. Stylus, hey man, that's one of my favorite programs. It's been around a few years. I mean, it's a bit dated as far as the material that's included with it, but it's still very powerful, and there's nothing out there that can touch it, even though it's been out for probably at least 5 years. But let's get started. I want to pull up some of the beats, and I want to show you some of the cool features that I really love about Stylus. And it's unique features as far as I know, as far as its ability to take multiple Rex loops and lock them together. So basically, you can load up a rhythm track, and then any other track you load up later on can be synced to that rhythm track in a syncopated grooving style. It's really unique, and it's really fun. It's very inspirational, and it really helps with your creativity. So let's pull up a beat and get started. And the feature we're using is actually called Time Designer. Time Designer basically is, you use this groove lock feature to load up a groove in one of the 8 parts that are included in Stylus RMX. And basically you select one of those parts, and you can sync other tracks to it. And that's basically how it works in a nutshell. It also has other templates for other styles, including MPC swing and drum machine and Logic, all the different swing styles. So it's really creative. Let's get started out with a groove first. And you don't lock the first groove, obviously, because everything's going to be locking to it, so it doesn't have a groove lock. But let's pull up the first beat, and we're going to start with, let's just hear just how the beat sounds by itself. Okay, we're going to go to part 6, and we're going to pull up a rhythm track. And you're going to see when I drop this in, it's going to be immediately grooved into the rhythm that's playing. So that's fine. And so it's just automatically locking it into that groove. And you know, I have some effects on here, to be honest, to enhance the effect, but it's doing all the work. So let me show you how this sounds without groove lock on. So I'm going to just turn it off here right quick. This is how the original groove sounds. Sounds okay, but it's obviously a lot busier. And so let's go ahead and drop it back on. And as you can see, it immediately sits right in the track, leaves other room for other instruments. And it's just a great, very powerful tool. So let's load up a couple other grooves, and so you can get an idea of the versatility of this feature. So let's pull up. And it's all automatic. Everything just flows. Now, not everything is not going to just groove this instantly, but you can tweak it and play with it. It has a lot of features as far as like variations. You can change variations. You can time shift it to sit it on top. You can drop out notes. You can scale it back. See, it's just so many different features. All right, all right, let's get another groove going, loaded up, and let's try something else. And like I say, this is one of my favorite features. Let's go here. And when you load up a different groove, if you have something locked to it, when you load up a different groove, then you have to go back to Time Designer and tell the track to sync to that different groove. Otherwise, it's still using the original groove. So we go to track 6 and let's see what we got here. Try this one. And it just fits. And notice how it just... I don't know about you, but you know, that sounds like the start of a track to me. You can hear the swing, you can hear the pitch change, you know, to fit the groove. It's very unique. Okay, let's try some from Mega Melodies Volume 2. Now let's try a different variation. And some of the changes are subtle, but you know, it can make a difference. If you got a groove that's not quite sitting right, you have, I think, 7 or 8 different variations you can try. And normally I've never found where at least one of the variations didn't fit. And so it's a very, very cool feature. So let's try this. And let's go to one more, and we'll change the groove. All right, so let's load up another beat. Let's keep it going. So you know, I don't want this to run too long, so I'm gonna load up a few more just so you can get a taste of the versatility and maybe get inspired. You know, so let's try it out. Let's load up something else here. Let's load up. Let's try this. And of course, we have to tell it to lock that part to the groove, and you notice all the notes move around because it's figuring out what's the best way to sync the upcoming tracks. So as you see, it's so easy that, you know, it's ridiculous. I'm not going to talk too much. I'm just going to walk through stuff so we can get this video done, so you can get in the studio and start doing your thing. And I do have a couple of, like I mentioned earlier, I have a couple of effects on here. They're really the enhancing. These are actually effects that are included with Stylus RMX. So let me go ahead and pull up, show you what I have. Well, I have this gate turned off, but right now I have on auxiliary 2, I have a delay. Let's just turn it off right quick so you can see how it sounds without the delay. Still sound good, but I think the delay really enhances the groove block features. So I tend to leave it on, at least, on certain projects, Let's try one more on this one. It's almost too easy, man, to the way this works, to just find cool combinations that sound unique. It doesn't sound like, I get inspired every time I load up Stylus RMX. All right, we're gonna try a different groove. Let's keep it moving. Go back to Time Designer, tell it to lock to this groove. I wish it would do this automatically. That would be a cool feature, a little checkbox that says stay synced to that part if it changes. That would be a nice feature for the next version. And let's try this one. And you notice it drops in, it's right on time, and that's because this box right here called next bar is checked. So it waits until the next bar to drop in. So that makes things a lot easier as far as timing. And it's just another one of those cool things that Spectrasonic does really well. Get another one going. Here we go. And if you recall, remember me coming here, and so we've been just using variation Bs because I never changed it back. And like I say, you click this, there's like 8 different variations of each groove that you can choose from. And the changes some are subtle, some are a little more drastic, but it's just a whole nother level of creativity. Like I say, if one's not working, come here, change the variation. You're bound to find one that just sits right in there. I can just hear somebody singing over there right there. This is really pretty. All right, let's load up one more beat, and hopefully that gives you a good sense of how versatile these loops are, along with Stylus RMX. as always, we go and we tell it to use that groove. It's still set to the other groove. And you notice that these loops were originally recorded at 128 BPM, and I got it slowed down all the way to 100. And you notice, Stylus does an amazing job of stretching pitches and without any of those artifacts that you hear in a lot of other programs. And that's one of the real reasons why this feature works so well. All right, and that's it. That's pretty much what I want to show you guys. Mega Melodies is, not just for dance. It's not just for up-tempo pop. It's very flexible, like say. And we, of course, we include the MIDI file. So if you want to change the sounds and put whatever you want, basically the sky is the limit as far as what you can do with these loops. So we're not asking too much for them. Hopefully you'll be inspired to support us. If not, then please still come back to the channel, subscribe to the channel so you can see the new videos that we're going to have coming out. We're going to have not just videos of our products, we're going to be doing tutorials and all kinds of cool things up here. So we hope you subscribe, and if you like the video, please give us a thumbs up. Otherwise, take care and we'll talk to you later.